Bro, you're right. I still gotta watch Survivor. The premiere is 2 hours, but like I'm something of a Survivor expert myself, because I watched season 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then none again until season 41, which I realize I can now remember what season it is because Jeff Probst said drop the 4, keep the 1 about 75 times in 16 episodes. I know that the first episode, even though it's 2 hours long, that can be second monitor entertainment. You don't need to, you can if you want, but you don't need to sit down on the couch and pay attention to the social dynamics of episode 1 of Survivor. The challenges are fun. They introduce a lot of people. I could not tell you who got eliminated first in the last season or the season before it. I remember in season 41, the first guy who got eliminated, he went, wow, really? Okay. Abraham! I forgot about yeah, it was Abraham. And then, last season it was Emily, right? She had I don't want to make it sound like it's not a big deal. She had a sob story about why she was playing Survivor, and then they just got her ass. I'm glad she was able to get her sob story out, but you're like, oh man, she's got a serious emotional motivation for playing the game. And then they're like, Emily, the fire represents your life. Or maybe her name was Sarah, I can't remember. Fire represents your life, and your fire has been yeeted. Get off the island. Then was it the very next episode where the lady was like, I'm playing Survivor because my brother was a nurse who was like the first U.S. fatality to COVID-19. And then they were like, by a vote of 9-0, we eliminate Mariah from our tribe. Like, this shit is just crazy, man. Last season was like, do not tell people your trauma if you want to stay on Survivor. They'd be like, wow, nice sob story. Sounds like you got to go home and, do some meditating. The person or the entity that Content ID matched it is like Arabic, so I don't even know what the hell it says. But I have to. I'm gonna later tonight when I get a chance. I'm gonna go and see if there's like a. Sometimes it's 99.9% of the time it's music. So you just go, okay, I'm gonna splice this music out from the video, and then it's ready to go. I might have to turn the music off or turn it lower in the game or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't care. Just pay out the believers from yesterday. You know what? You're right. Hold on. I've got a live casino or a derelict casino. Hey, for everybody, I remember we came first in Zoms at the end of the stream. Hey, there you go. Pay out the super believers. Can we get interest? Sure. You can have 1 day interest with the current Fed fund rate of 4%. So it's 0.01% interest. You know what's fucked up, man? Hold on. Just don't even get me started. I'm just going to type into the RBC savings account interest rate. Let me see this shit. Savings account interest rate. RBC. Personal savings account. RBC interest rate. Okay. Day-to-day savings account. Interest rate is tiered. Okay. Just regular interest rate, 1.1%. That's actually so much better than I thought it would be, but still so much obviously below the actual interest rate as set by the government right now. This shit is driving. Yeah, dude, we should just open a bank. I'm sure there's probably all sorts of legal hoops we gotta jump through and stuff like that. But a bank seems like the greatest business of all time. You give people money and they pay you 6%. Right now, at least. They pay you 6% on the money you gave them. And then people give you money and you pay them 1.1%. It's the greatest. It's literally free money. You don't even need a building anymore. Everyone, you try to have a meeting at the bank, they're like, sure, do you want to do Teams or Zoom? Very few people are saying this. It's crazy, man. In Infinite Money Glitch, start a bank. Until people don't pay you back, it literally doesn't matter because the government will just bail you out. None of those banks are going out of business. That shit happened in the 1820s when there were consequences for your actions. Nowadays, the banks, backstop the entire financial globe. As a result, they can't afford to go out of business. They can't afford to be allowed to go out of business. But the banks. Is this a Chiblee reference? The banks. Bernie Sanders voice. Some of the banks loan. We need to lower the barrier of entry for more people to make. We need indie banks. Why is it that only Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan can run a bank? Your next door neighbor should be able to run a bank. Your drug dealer should be able to run a bank. This is not Bernie Sanders. I don't know what this voice is. I have no idea. It's the fake voice you use when you call into a radio show. Dude, I wish I could do like the way that call-in shows on radio sounded in like the year 2001.
Yeah, I'm just calling in. I'm calling in from Staten Island. I just wanted to say Chad Pennington is a fucking bum. He's a fucking bum. The Jets are never gonna win anything as long as they've got Chad Pennington taking the snaps.
Just like, you just hear like a heavy diesel exhaust in the background and like trucks backing up. They still sound like that? Yeah, that's because the people that call into sports radio are stuck in the year 2004. They're still using like those VTech cordless home phones. Imagine having a landline. Can I just ask, what percentage of people in chat have a landline? Including if you still like live with your parents and your parents have a landline, I would include you in there. So we're gonna do some census taking. So not too many people. If you have a landline, please, you're now part of the valid subset for me. If you still have a landline, did you get the landline because it was cheaper to have it bundled with your cable and your internet package than it was to get a package without a landline? That looks like is 60% plus, just eyeballing it. Like the telecom companies are keeping the technology alive. They're subsidizing landlines right now. They probably have like thousands of cordless headsets in their warehouses that they're just trying to offload. If they throw that shit out, they got to pay like a pollution tax to the government or something. But if they just give them to customers and then the customers throw them out, they get off scot-free. I see through your fucking ruse, Tellus. I made all that up, by the way. I have no idea if that's actually how it works. No, you're right. I know. Recommended for you? Your algorithm is not right. Recommended for you. NFL reception leaders in their career. Countries hoarding the alphabet. Renamed cities. Friends, the one with the embryos? What the hell? Hogwarts head. Your algorithm is broken. I don't even know who this lady is. Is this Bellatrix Lestrange? Is this Dumbledore? I know this as Maggie Smith, but what's her name? That's Professor McGonagall? Black Sabbath, the Aussie era. USSR bordering countries. German numbers. Mississippi River cities. 75 random 80s metal bands. MLB 6. I don't know anything about baseball. That one is not Bonnie and Clyde. Isn't this guy named, is he named Clarence Darrow then? This is one of those, like you always see this image when it's like famous mugshots. That's John Dillinger. Bro, don't get me in trouble here. What's wrong with Johnny Depp? This is what a man like in his 50s normally like looks like. What is he doing? He's like it's like a Las Vegas street magician. He just put a fork in the outlet. I mean, I'm jealous of the hair, don't get me wrong. I mean, I probably won't look that good when I'm 55, to be honest. I don't know, man. You're one to talk? Oh, I'm sorry. Johnny, are you in the chat right now? I didn't mean to insult you. I'm just saying, like, I feel like there was almost a point where, like, Johnny Depp, first he played Captain Jack Sparrow, and then, like, after, it's like the personality fused somehow, and he became Captain Jack Sparrow. Or maybe he's always had a little Captain Jack Sparrow inside of him, and then the movie, like, allowed the sand dunes to shift to reveal that more so it became more represented in his persona, but I feel like at some point he fused his personalities together. Right around the release of Mordecai, he became Captain Jack Sparrow permanently? What's the question? I don't know. This is a good point. This is Christopher Columbus. Why is this photo of Christopher Columbus so fucked up? Like, why is his ass like, he's both green screened and like greened in. You know what they greened him in and then they green screened. It's just like a green cutout with a green canvas behind him. This shit looks like it's from Rock of Ages. I don't know who played Christopher Columbus. I don't even know who you are. Let's go with you. All right, I'm a genius. Wait a minute. This is just 3 photos of Jack Nicholson at different phases of his life. No, I know. Okay, this is because this is from Boston. This is the guy from. Wait a minute. Hold on. Isn't the guy from Black Mass the same as the guy from The Departed? 1953. That's a long ass time ago. Isn't it the same guy? One of you is you're from Black Mass. You're from The Departed. I'm going to assume that you're the guy from Black Mass. Okay. You're Howard Stern? You were played by Howard Stern. I don't know. You're Captain Phillips, I assume. Captain Phillips, I presume? Hey, Pitchfork put Jagged Little Pill at number 51 for best albums of the 90s. Rare Pitchfork dub. We're coming back, man. The Jagged Little Pill renaissance is upon us. I told you. The album it had incredible cultural relevancy, and then it lost a lot, and now it's coming back. Loveless was number 1. Dude, look, I haven't read Pitchfork in a long time. It used to be one of like the 7 websites that I would go to on like a daily basis. But I love Pavement. They kind of lost me when they put Gold Sounds as the number 1 best song of the 90s. Don't get me wrong. It's a good song. It's a good Pavement song. It's not. I wouldn't even put Gold Sounds in my top 10 Pavement songs to begin with. Much less make it number 1 in the number 1 song of the 90s. Are you crazy? Loveless is My Bloody Valentine. Yeah, everybody knows that. Okay, what do you think this is? Mew in the year 2002. Everybody knows about Loveless, Scott. No, people know so much about Loveless that we've already moved back to Isn't Anything. Yeah, sure, Loveless is good. It's just a little too easy to get into. What you need is some do 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 soft as snow, but woman shy, and then the background is just going. He's playing like his guitar through his amp, like the amp is like a microphone. He's using a violin bow to play the melody. The drums do be hitting like a machine gun, though. Anyway, sorry. Are you smarter than a college student? Hold on. I really feel like high school test like makes the most sense. Can you pass this high school test? Part 1. I think I'm about as smart as I was in high school. Please name the following compound. NaClO. That's sodium chloroxide. That's chloroxic sodiol. That's air salts. It's type of bird Charles Darwin studied before coming up with the theory of evolution. It was a finch. What is to return in Spanish? Returnal. Who was president during World War II? Which country, shithead? Probably America. Say Harry Truman. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? It's the quiz doesn't make any... There's 2 answers! It's FDR. What do you mean it's FDR? Who do you think dropped the atomic bomb? They're both right! Name one of the 3 forms of ESP that psychologists studies. What? Social study, social psychology? I don't even understand the question. The key difference between a Taylor's polynomial series and Maclaurin series is the sigma theta value. I pass. Average score is 22%. That's sad in and of itself. I should have gone back to the triangle question, don't get me wrong. I'm just asking for some of these to be rewritten. Excuse me, name one of the 3 forms of ESP that psychologists study. Telepathy? Telepathy? That psychologists study? Telepathy? I don't buy this. I think this quiz is bad. Not just because I did badly on it. I think it's just bad to begin with. Also, yes, instantaneous rate of change is represented by the derivative. The rest of them, sure, whatever. How about this? Are you smarter than a music curator? Music clip for question 7. So these are all curators from Sporcle, okay? What K-pop group known as the Princes of K-pop released the songs Ring Ding Dong, Lucifer, and Sherlock? It's BTS. I mean Big Bang. I mean To Anyone. I mean the Princes of K-pop? H.O.T. And I honestly have no idea. No clue. You can't hurry love, you just have to wait. It ain't hard to tell. Samples a song from Michael Jackson. It goes beep beep boop boop, boop. Human Nature. I'm proud of myself because I had to come up with that. I was listening to it in my head. I was like, and then another part of my brain went just faintly. Why? Tell them that it's you. Let's go. That's a huge one. Honestly, I'll give up on this one. Mariah Carey. Okay, some of these, I'll give you some credit, okay? Oh my God, Celine Dion. I was thinking of don't need money, don't need fame, don't need a credit card to ride that train. I did not know that Old Town Road was the highest, longest leading Hot 100 #1 single of all time. I had no idea. The Sound Smart About quizzes are also good. I mean, we did beat the average. I don't know if I'd say that's a pass. Hold on. Okay, Sound Smart About, they can come next, okay? But first, Aston Martin redesigned Prince Charles Volante to run on which beverage as an alternative fuel source? What? Water? You gotta give up? Really? Tea? Beer? Coffee? Beverage? Olive oil? What? His car runs on what? What could it possibly be? Wine? His car runs on wine? How does it combust? Also, that shit is expensive, man. That's not like $3 a gallon. Alcohol burns? Yeah, but white wine is like 14% or something. It's like 90% water. What type of pasta translates into little worms? Wormageddon. I'm going to be honest, I'm not smarter than a miscellaneous curator. I'm done with that shit. No way. Don't give me this shit. What is the only president to have served as Chief Justice of the United States? I got no idea. What fast food restaurant has the slogan, "Eat fresh"? Those are not the same level of difficulty, okay? Quiz is balanced poorly. How about sound smart about World War II? I can do that. I can sound smart about things. It's a lot easier than being smart. Francis thought of an allied power throughout World War II. After the fall of France, the leadership became Nazi collaborators from the resort town of, well, here's the thing. I know it's called Vichy France. Wait, no, Vichy France was isn't Vichy France the one that was, they were the still allied. Now, I don't sound so smart anymore. I always thought that Vichy France was, no, they became the puppet state. Okay, never mind, then I'm going Vichy. Da Vichy? Emperor Hirohito avoided the war crimes prosecution that befell most of the leaders of the Axis. This is because the Minister of War and Prime Minister was executed for his crimes. That was Yamamoto. That was Tojo. Okay, I'm not as smart as I. All right, what am I doing listening to all these podcasts? If I don't even know the name of the Japanese Minister of War from 1940 to 1944. This World War II ace had far more kills than the Red Baron. I have no idea. I'm going to assume it's Eric Hartman from South Park. In 1999, this bank admitted to their role in financing the building of Auschwitz. Is it Deutsche Bank? It is. Well, I sound smarter than the average, at least. You don't sound smart about popcorn. Maybe we shouldn't have started with the Second World War. I had an account with them until like 2 years ago. Honestly, if you have an account with Deutsche Bank, you should cancel that right now. Now that you could be forgiven for not knowing. But now, I'm sorry, you've got to. I'm so smart about the Premier League. Are you ready? It was created as a replacement for the first division of the Football League. In which year was the Premier League founded? That was in 92. 6 teams have competed in every Premier League season since its inception. Which one of these clubs is not one of the 6? City was relegated briefly. Brian Dean scored the first ever Premier League goal when he headed Carl Bradshaw's long throw-in past Peter Schmeichel in his side's 2-1 victory over Manchester United. What club was he playing for? That's Aston Villa. Come on. I knew it could have been Sheffield United. Mr. Sheffield United. In its maiden season, the Premier League had no sponsor and was simply called the FA Premier League. This changed because they became sponsored by Barclays. What, the Carling Brewery? Really? It's not called the Carling Brewery Premier League. It's called the Barclays Premier League. Eric Cantona received a red card for kicking a Crystal Palace player in 1995. What infamous act occurred after he was giving his marching orders? He karate kicked a fan. He refused to leave the pitch, so play was halted for over 20 minutes. He removed all of his clothes, or he tore the referee's card in half. He refused to leave the pitch. He karate kicked a fan? I thought that was like the one from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where they're always like, what's 1 + 1? 0, 1, 2, or my butthole. He kicked a fan? You gotta watch it. It's insane. Holy cow, I had no idea. After Manchester United ended the Invincibles' 49-game unbeaten run with a 2-0 victory, players and officials from both sides clashed in the tunnel. What item did one player throw at the Manchester United manager? Apparently, the Premier League goes kind of crazy. Let's go with a slice of pizza. He threw a pizza at him? Like from Breaking Bad? Derby County had a miserable season in 2007-2008 as they broke the record for fewest Premier League points after winning just one match. How many points did they earn? Well, like a win is 2 points, right? And they play like 38 games. So they won a game and got 2 points. And then in 37 games, did they get 6 draws? I bet they got 10 draws in 36 games. It just makes the most sense. Controversial new method of refereeing, VAR. Okay, we got 7 out of 20. I don't sound that smart about the Premier League. Ancient Rome, though? I think so. City of Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus at the banks of what river? The Tiber. The Roman Republic was established in 509 BC when Lucius Brutus overthrew the monarchy and was elected first consul of the Republic. Who was the last king of Rome deposed by Brutus? Tarquinius Superbus, Numa Pompilius, Nero, or Servius Tullius? Here's the thing, okay? Nero is not he's not a king, okay? He's a software you use to rip CDs. Sorry, to burn CDs. I think it was Tullius. Never mind. It's Tarquinius Superbus. Gauls led by King Brennus sacked Rome in the early 4th century BC and left the city in exchange for gold. According to a legend, it is said that Romans on the Capitoline Hill were saved by which sacred animals of Juno? What? I'm going to say eagles. Geese? Can I get some real questions? Who crossed the Alps to invade Italy? That's Hannibal Buress. Gaius Marius reorganized the Roman legion from a system of maniples in the cohorts. What was the total number of men in a full-strength legion following the Marian reforms? 10,000. This is a nice round number. The Asiatic Vespers refers to the killing of all Romans in Anatolia by Mithridates VI to rid Asia Minor of Roman influence. It was one of the first genocides in human history. Okay, Mithridates VI, by the way, is canceled. Mithridates was from Parthia. He's from Pontus. That's my bad. Julius Caesar. Okay, this is where the podcast starts. Julius Caesar was assassinated in 42 BC. Following his assassination, his adopted son Octavian established the second triumvirate with Mark Antony and Pompey. That was Marcus Lepidus. I'm getting my ass beat. When did Pax Romana end? Commences from the accession of Augustus and ends in 180 with the death of which emperor? Nerva. That's Marcus Aurelius. You're not wrong. My ass is grass. In the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest, 3 Roman legions were ambushed and defeated. Who was the leader of the Germanic alliance? Jugurtha. Who the hell is Jugurtha? I know it wasn't Vercingetorix. He's from the Caesarian conquest of Gaul. Who the hell is Jugurtha? The Praetorian Guard were the personal bodyguards for Roman emperors. Praetorian comes from the Latin word praetorium. What does it mean, Basil? I'm going to say that it is the general's tents. This is a tough one. There's still a chance for us to get 50%. Emperor Aurelian played a huge role in ending the crisis of the 3rd century by defeating the Gallic Empire and the rebellious Palmyrene Empire, thus earning him the title of Restorer of the World. Which queen ruled the Palmyrene Empire? This is a straight-ass guess, but Zenobia sounds cool as hell. Thank you. Which Emperor Romulus Augustulus was forced to abdicate in favor of which Germanic warlord? It was Odoacer. I knew that one. I knew ice cold, okay? My podcast. I'll take my 50, but holy cow. Oh, here we go. Sounds smart about Scandinavia. Where's the volcano Eyjafjallajökull? That's in Iceland. Which country is known for fjords? Norway. It was the only country in the loosest sense of the definition not to be transcontinental. I would say Norway. No, wait. I guess I would say Denmark. Is Denmark even part of Scandinavia? Denmark is just Europe. Iceland is like half North America, half Europe. Sweden goes up to the point where it is in the Arctic. Which, I don't know, is Arctica a continent? The Arctic? Wait, no, okay, you're right, because Denmark has Greenland, which is kind of North American. Norway has a place in McMurdo's Station, which is in Antarctica, which is a with God as my witness, I think it's Sweden. Sweden has no Antarctican colony / research base. I got to go a little faster, too. Which country is the oldest as an entity, having been unified in 872? I feel like that would be Norway. Which country has the largest population? I'm going to say Sweden. Which country is the home of Lego? Oh, fuck. It's Denmark? Okay. That's one you don't want to get wrong. Twitch should be very mad about that one. Which is the flattest country? That would be Denmark. Whenever I play GeoGuessr and there's a mountain, people laugh at me when I say that it's Denmark. Because they're like, Denmark is the flattest country in the world. So I'm going to say Denmark. Which capital city calls itself the capital of Scandinavia, even though the other capitals are a little annoyed by this? I would think that it's Stockholm. I'm insane at Scandinavia, man. I've been gaslit into thinking that I don't know anything about Scandinavia. It turns out I'm incredible at Scandinavian trivia. My God. I'm kind of an expert. Oh, man. So smart about Canada! Thank you! While Leif Erikson and the Norse peoples are believed to have visited Canada's east coast around 1000 AD, who was the first known European explorer to arrive and settle in Canada, and in what year? It's Jacques Cartier, right? Okay, John Cabot, my mistake. Cartier is much more famous. We named a diamond company after him. Which two sports? This will be ice hockey and lacrosse. This is a classic Canadian question. Lacrosse is not that big in Canada. Sometimes people will say, I didn't know lacrosse was that big. It's not really. Many Canadians are baffled by the fact that it's considered a national sport. I'm not saying nobody cares about it, but it is not even close to to being a popular sport. Maybe in high school. With a height of 553 meters, the tallest structure in Canada is this is CN Tower, previously the tallest freestanding structure in the world. You know how many speeches I've heard in public speaking classes about the CN Tower? Which animal serves as a national emblem of Canada, also appearing on a 5-cent coin? That's the beaver. It's true. Which Canadian city is home to the world's tallest moose sculpture at a height... This shit is racist, okay? We have so much... What about... For Scandinavia, they're like, which country is the world's second largest exporter of fish? I'm getting this question about what Canadian city is the tallest moose sculpture? Which Scandinavian country invented Lego? Which one of these joke animals is on the Canadian nickel? This shit is disgusting. I don't know. I'm assuming it's Moose Jaw. Just makes sense. What Canadian town is known as the polar bear capital of the world? Probably Dawson City. Churchill, how could Churchill, Manitoba be the polar bear capital of the world? This shit is not even like in the Arctic. It's cold. How could it be the polar bear capital of the world? It's on the Hudson Bay. It's got polar bears. You live in Churchill. You gotta carry like a rifle with you because there's polar. You're gonna tell me there's more polar bears in Churchill, Manitoba than there are in Dawson City? Maybe you're right. Canada's national motto, Amari usque ad mare, can be translated into English as which of the following? Mare oftentimes means seafood, or the sea. So I'm going to say from sea to sea. Which three provinces are known as the prairies? It's Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Yeah, the prairies. You know, the breadbasket of Canada. Also, one of the prairies has the most polar bears per capita of any place on the whole freaking continent, apparently. That's where we grow all our wheat. Yeah, and the summers, they're so hot. By the way, there's lots of polar bears. Make it make sense, Churchill, Manitoba. Canada's political system is a constitutional monarchy. The head of government is the Governor General. Listen. Obviously, the Prime Minister is the head of our political system, but the Governor General symbolically has more power than the Prime Minister. They have to assent to every decision made by the Canadian Parliament. It said head of government. It's a semantic difference. I mean, I was wrong, but I'm telling you, in the hierarchy, the Governor General comes above the Prime Minister, which is hard to believe. Canada's capital is now Ottawa, but it was originally Kingston. Got it memorized? You think, as someone who lived in Kingston, you think we don't hear every damn day that we were the first capital? Hey, you know, in 1841, we were actually the capital of Canada. You know less than about Scandinavia? This BS, okay? The Scandinavian quiz was too easy. Tell us more about the NHL! Let's go! Sorry, Chad. The National Hockey League was founded in 1917 by 4 former NHA franchises, 2 based in Montreal, 1 in Ottawa, 1 in Quebec City. Quebec, however, was unable to play. They were replaced by a new team with Toronto with this team nickname. These will be the St. Pats. Wrong, bitch. It's the Arenas. In order to promote offense, they allowed players to do something they previously could not do. It's true. You used to not be able to make forward passes. I can't imagine that the highlights were that good back then. You used to, I mean, this is a little bit before my time. You used to only be able to pass behind you. It was a wild time. By the 1950s, the Canadians had become so dominant, the league introduced a new rule to counter their dominant power play. What new rule was introduced? There's another rule. if you score a goal on the power play, then the penalty is over. It used to be if someone got a penalty, they had to serve the whole 2 minutes, and if you were good on the power play, you just light them up. Prior to the 1960s, raising the puck with a shot was difficult due to the straight blades on hockey sticks, until this player popularized the banana blade, which was heavily curved. The league eventually imposed limits on stick blade curvature in 19... Okay, hockey's kind of silly. I believe that the banana blade was Bobby Hull. During the 1970s, the NHL faced competition from the IHL. What was it called? It was called the IHL. What? I'm bad. This is first outdoor regular season game was held 5 years earlier. Which NHL city and stadium? I don't know, man. Edmonton. It makes perfect sense. Anyway, we crushed it. I did see someone say, who traded Gretzky? It was a whole thing, okay? That gets, there's a conspiracy theory that he had the NHL tried to force his hand to be traded from Edmonton to Los Angeles to grow the game in new American markets. Also, there was the owner of the Edmonton Oilers was destitute or something like that, so the only thing they could do was get Dwayne Gretzky. Is the only asset they had. Anyway, sorry, /marker. Bro, did you guys see the announcement that Kim Petras is playing the Twitchcon concert this year? Oh, man. What I wouldn't give to see like half of the streamers on this website go to the Twitch concert expecting Anna Managuchi to get on stage, and it's actually Kim Petras. Holy cow. Who's Kim Tetris? What about Kim Gordon? Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool, but it would just be like me and Anthony Fantano in the audience. Everybody else would be at the Mario Kart station. I'd laugh if it was Garth Brooks. Dude, I would go see Garth Brooks if he was at the... Well, I'm not going to TwitchCon, but I would see Garth Brooks if he was at the concert. That motherfucker is calling Baton Rouge for real. No, you wouldn't? I would. I would go see Garth Brooks. I saw Garth Brooks in Kansas City, like just at the store or like in concert. Because I don't know where he lives. I assume I could tell you where he doesn't live. He doesn't live in Baton Rouge because he's always calling there. Do you ever get canker sores? All the time. By all the time, I mean 1 to 2 times a year. I used to get them more often. I say this like once a year, because I think it's actually like a public good to get the knowledge out there. I used to get canker sores more regularly until I found out that one of the reasons I got them was because I was using a toothpaste that was, it had a sodium something based ingredient in it that's common in whitening toothpaste. Eventually, I put the 2 and 2 together and I Googled like whitening toothpaste canker sore, and it was like, yeah, stop using that shit. And I was like, they should put that on like the bottle or something, or on the tube. You know, on the tube they don't, and don't even get me started, okay? My wife has been sick for a few days here. I'm buying her cold medicine. You used to be able to, you just looked at the bottle of cold medicine, and what are you looking for when you look at the bottle of cold medicine? How many of these fuckers do I take? How often do I take them? That shit is like buried now. Instead of just putting it on the bottle, there's like a little book that they super glue to the back of the bottle. And then you got to open it up and there's like 7 pages. And the pages are now like they start in Italian and then they go French and then they go German and then they go English. And then it never says like take one every 4 to 6 hours. It's always like don't take too many or your liver will explode. And you're like, how many is too? I don't know how many. You'll say stuff that only the pharmacist needs to know, like how much of the dextro, whatever it's called, is in this. I'm like, I don't know I don't have a value for what's a good amount of DM to be in the Robitussin DM. Just tell me how many teaspoons to pour for my wife. They screwed it. They used to be elegant. Now it says like take as directed, but then you got to read an encyclopedia just to see the pertinent information. Don't get me wrong, I get the pharmacist needs to know all of that stuff. But at the same time, if the average person, they should make the label as simple as possible. Here's what's in the medicine. Here's how much to take and when to take it. Direct all complaints to poison control. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. I want to get a stronger laser. There's no way that like medication compliance has gone up as a result of this change in the way that they structure the bottle. I refuse to believe it. Happy birthday to your daughter, by the way. Thank you. She did indeed turn, she turned 2 today. It's kind of crazy, right? She had her birthday party on Sunday because that's a day that everybody gets off for the most part, unless you're like a rector, I guess. But she is 2 years old as of today. Pretty crazy, right? You know what new sentence she brought to us this morning? Daddy, I want my iPad. It's like she knows. iPad kid, Luna arc. I don't know. I still think, I'm not a child psychiatrist or whatever. I think people are too harsh on the iPads. It's how you use them. If you just let them watch YouTube, like, I think that that's not great. But also, like, sometimes you need to do the dishes or something. you need her to be entertained. Pardon me. But, you know, to have her, like, playing around with some, like, edutainment games or something like that. People will be like, I don't let my kid touch an iPad. Well, okay, then you just give him a coloring book and then go smoke cigarettes on the patio. It's like the same thing. Let me go probe. I respect the probe. I'm on my 3rd kid. I'm like, please take the iPad. Dude, I mean, I'm sure you experience this. It's always the people without kids that are like, I would never let my kid do that. And I'm like, yeah, that's because your kid doesn't exist, idiot. In the real world, sometimes you got to make compromises because you're getting pulled in 12 different directions. Like, yeah, of course, if you're only raising, like, a child in your head, then you would never do anything that's considered, like, unoptimized. But when you actually have to, like, raise a child in the real world, sometimes you're like, okay, guess what? Like that tweet I had that actually sort of went off. Like, hey, finish your quesadilla or I'm not going to give you your french fries, right? Like, you got to... So sometimes it's about small victories. Do you respect improv as an art? I don't know. I will say, and I've said this before, stand-up comedy has to be the medium of art with like the lowest hit rate, the lowest highs, the lowest lows, and yet I watch it like disproportionate to the amount it deserves to be watched. Like I told you I watched the Patton Oswalt special, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that I hated it, which is fine. You know, there's different strokes for different folks. Then I watched the new Nick Kroll special last night, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty good. I could see how people could find Nick Kroll's shtick a little grating, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I would recommend it if you're interested. Hold on. If you're a fan of the genre, can't you teleport with the mats? Yeah, after you spend about 1,000 upgrade points. Just use the TP? Hold on. I'm sorry to do this. Someone needs to be made an example of. It's simply a timeout. The backseating for the people who know what they're talking about is one thing. The people who don't know what they're talking about, you need to learn your place. I'm sorry. You see how many people in chat are celebrating your demise right now? Hide them? It's already been done. Probe me. Probe me. So your ass has to get a little deeper in here. Probe my ass. I know someone was waiting for it. Probe me. And now I get sucked up. Probe me. Can you enable the eggRAVE emote? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to BTTV. I'm going to go to emotes. I'm going to type in eggRAVE. Yeah, sure. I'll add that. Is that from this week? What was I doing? Going like this. I remember wearing that shirt. That was like 2 days ago. It's because you won in Omega Strikers. Well, with my defense, it was a rare event on Monday. Oh, wait. Oh, cancel me. Clips out of context. You know what is so messed up? I was gonna say, hey, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, go check out Dome Keeper. It's a very cool game we played just before this on Twitch. I gotta move. Take me to the DJ booth. But then I realized this shit is not coming out on YouTube until October 12th. Everybody's going to be doing their yearly annual rewatch of Hubie Halloween. So it's like it's going to be a very dated reference by the time it comes out. People will be like, he doesn't, so sweet. He doesn't even know yet that he canceled playing Dome Keeper because of toxic backseating. Look at how innocent he was in this episode. Remember when he loved Dome Keeper? I like this guy. Why? Why would you? Oh, never mind. You're okay. Yeah. Hello. You can play dead on the dance floor if you want. I mean, we just got killed by someone who's better than us. I'm hoping like our elo can just fucking decay. Can my elo decay to the point where we face people that are like on my level? I'm not saying we have to win every game to be on my level, but there's some people you just fight and you're like, they're just better than you. Full stop. You could, if you want, honestly, you could decay to people who are worse than me as well if you're interested. That would also be fine. I mean, this is like it's a genuine, like, it's a tryout for Rumbleverse. They had an update. They fixed PUBG. Now is time to figure out, is the game that I would probably describe as my second favorite game of 2022, is it sticking around any longer than a month and a half? We're about to find out. What's first? Yeah, come on, Elden Ring. What do you think it is? Corrupted by Power, the Steam visual novel you're meant to jerk off to, but then when someone says, isn't that a game you jerk off to? You say, no, actually, the story has, like, mature themes. Very mature themes, in fact. I just read it for the... Honestly, I hate the parts of the game where I get a boner and I have to jerk off. Because I'm so invested in the story. It's like, oh, fine, I'll jerk off to this sex scene real quick. But I'm not gonna be happy about it. I'm gonna miss out on so much character development. Cult of the Who? Dude, Cult of the Lamb is like... I mean, it's probably like in the top 20. Played Up? Played Up is a fine game. What world are you living in that you're like, Played Up is going toe-to-toe with Elden Ring? You're losing your damn mind. You know what, that's the definition of like February bias. Is SAP number one? Am I going crazy? It was like 3 seconds ago I said Elden Ring was number one. What do you mean is SAP number one? What about SAP? SAP is like, look, how many times do you want to have the debate 1,000 times? When does a game come out? When it is for sale or when it quote unquote hits 1.0 and early access is done. Here's the enlightened take for that debate. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. It's a discussion designed to distract you from the real question, because the real question is harder to answer. What game did you have the most fun playing this year, or do you consider the most significant? It's a lot easier to debate semantics about like release dates and come to some kind of coherent answer than it is to be like, oh, this game gave me the most pog-rich gaming this year. Check your fan mail. I've played more of this game than almost any motherfucker on earth. I don't even know what this shit is. Claim all. Claim all. Can you... can you... 1 in 10 games, they should just give you bots. Not even... like bad players, just give them bots. Give me the free dub now and then. Give me an ego boost. Chiblee got an all bot win. That's when I knew it was over for Chiblee. When he got an all bot win and he wasn't even pogged. 10 stam game win. Imagine watching me lose by getting hit once for 700 damage, then trying to run away, and as soon as I mount a wall, getting hit by Stone Cold Steve Austin's finishing move, and being like, you know what your problem is? Your juice distribution. Obviously, like, we're going up against people that are at a different level of practice and performance. It's not a juice-based problem. Just performance? No, I'm here to tell you it's practice as well. Like, I've played a reasonable amount of this game. Less lately, for obvious reasons. But then, like, there were people you'd play in, like, the first week. And they would be like, yeah, I've had a rough time in Rumbleverse. I've got 80 games, 17 wins. And you're like, it doesn't sound like a rough time. Like, here, I mean, now I'm going off now. Okay? The lobbies are taking too long to fill up. I know they're not taking too long to fill up because there's not enough players playing the game. I know that they're taking too long to fill up because you're looking for players that are good enough. Stop looking for players that are good enough. Give me some players who are garbage. You shouldn't be afraid of pairing me with the garbage players. I would love it. I'd be all about it. Come on, there's gotta be like a few thousand people that started playing this after the myth $100,000 streamer tournament. I thought for sure you were gonna get planked or splatted there. Put him in the game. Put him in my game. There's only 27 people. Look. Okay, you're better than me. Congrats. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Go, just kill me in the game. I'm sick of getting my ass handed to me in the pregame lobby, which is increasingly 45 minutes long. Have mercy. How are you liking the update? I'm fucking hating it because, like, people are so good. I'm sure what they actually, like, what they added to the game, it all seems very cool. Now, if they could just add some people that are terrible at the game so that I could farm some dopamine again. With this game, it's on death row right now. Its execution is being stayed. We need at least a win today in order to keep some level of dopamine flying, because it is like we've hit a dopamine barrier. Like the Ever Given has gotten wedged in between the dopamine canal. I'm not messing with you right now. It's not teaming. I'm scared of them. I think if I cause any aggression, they're gonna like tunnel vision on me and hunt me down like Jaws. Jaws was the beast, right? That wasn't the name of the boat. No wonder nobody likes that movie. They called the shark Jaws. You'd be like in the boat. Watch out, guys. Jaws is coming. Oh, man. Okay. Jaws was the captain? You're thinking of James Bond. James Bond has Jaws. In the movie Jaws, Jaws is a shark. Goodbye. Help me! I'm dead as hell. I'm already dead. I'm already deceased. I mean, even before you had me in the whole, I think I died to poison. Better luck next time. Higher Galaxy, please. I'm a broken man. They're trying. It is. They're trying to break me. It's a damn it's a bear market right now. No, I'm not gonna go watch the VOD for an advanced Rumbleverse player. Because I've talked about the philosophy of online gaming before. I actually did my PhD dissertation in it. The secret is learning to have fun. Because the better you get, the better people you play against. Which means you win more than expected for a bit, you do better than expected, and then you normalize. You normalize back down to the equilibrium point where, you know, if the only thing that has you having fun is your results, is your victories, then you're never going to have as much fun as you had when you first started your ascent. So, I think the secret is you learn to have fun, and if you can't learn to have fun, then you're bouncing. Then you just got to get out of the game. And so, I mean, you could lose the best years of your life trying to have fun in a game that is past its best before date for you personally. Am I looking at League of Legends? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How many people have played 1,500 to 10,000 hours of League of Legends trying to recapture the feeling that they had in the first 200 hours? Not that many, but enough to make you shake your head. I think you gotta respect, you know, your brain's desire for novelty when it comes to leisure time. Like people use like gaming as a weird, like it's a morality thing, where they're like, it's moral to want to get good at a video game. What are you talking about? It's like saying it's moral to watch like Fellini movies. Like it's a pastime activity, much like eating seeds has been described as. The ring is closing in. Goldney, you can make it. Who does that? Lamau? lots of people do. They say, oh, well, if you don't do that, you're never going to get better. Or like, hey, why don't you play fighting games? I don't know, because they take 500 hours of practice to be ass at them. Oh, what, you're afraid of putting in any effort whatsoever? People do it constantly. The effort is part of the fun. I think at a phase of your life, that's true. I'm at a phase of my life where I need easily accessible dopamine because I don't have the kind of time. Like, let me put it this way. I'm not saying my time is more valuable than yours. All I'm saying is my time is too valuable right now in my life to not have fun when I'm on my leisure time. And there have been, like, you know, I'll, like, do the dishes, and then it's, like, 10 p.m., set my YouTube stuff, and then I go, I'm like, you know what, I'll play a little Rumbleverse, and then I have, like, 2 bad games in a row, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna go watch a Seinfeld rerun, or something like that. And I'm like, that's the secret, man, is as soon as you find yourself being like, oh, this fun thing isn't fun, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna go relax then. Aren't you at work right now? Yeah, I know. That's why when I'm not having fun, I can't quit. That's why instead I'm complaining like the rest of society. If it wasn't 9 to 2 p.m. Pacific right now, I'd be watching Seinfeld. After that, well, the second might keep me in for another game. But after like my 5th, 24th in a row, yeah, probably. Wouldn't we all? Oh, so you, and then 6 months ago, you said, just stop, okay? Have some self-respect. And yet we're supposed to, no, you're not supposed, you're just supposed to listen, okay? You're just supposed to listen. You don't have to empathize. I can't make you empathize. But I can make you not argue. I'm just not sure if you're ready for what that entails. Okay, I'm sorry. You're better than me, okay? I leave you the crates. You're better than me. You saw me coming with a giant swing from a mile away. I'm 34. I don't have enough +2s to give you. I'm telling you, man. They need a site where you don't have to be 13 to sign up for an account. You got to be like 32. My wife just told me she's pregnant. We already have a 13-month-old. What is sleep? Listen, brother, you're catching me on a bad day. First off, the first thing I'll say is congratulations. The second thing I'll say is, who pulled the trigger? I know I said this before, but Kate and I went to like a used game store in Vancouver, and there was a dude in there with like 7 kids. And he said, he looked at us with our stroller and said, I remember what it was like to just have one. And I went, ha ha ha. But then in my head, I was like, you're the one who's nutting up, brother. That guy's got 3 seconds. You're hearing my interior monologue. 6 gamers remain. Just hit the giant swing. What the fuck you try to do? Sometimes you gotta set them up because the giant swing wind-up is so freaking long. 6 gamers. 6 gamers. Land me? Okay, you know, I'm happy to just control the space as well. And what are you gonna do? What's your ass gonna do? You're going to the other tree? I'll see you there, brother. I want to start lower. I want to ambush his ass. Okay, good jab tackle, good jab tackle. That's a high skill move. Worth. I just scare him off a little bit. Scare him off. That did a lot of damage. I'm gonna need these people to come up and help me fight this guy.
That's gotta sting. They're sending a message to everyone around them right now. Stay out of my way.
When you meditate and you're gonna do an elbow drop, you can't elbow drop straight out of the meditate because your dude is locked whatever direction he was looking. As soon as I pressed spacebar, I was like, oh, fuck. Crack Dota, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. This is the worst death I've ever had in this game. Yeah, I think it's time to put Rumbleverse on the back burner for a little bit. This is the worst I've felt about this game. And the game is in the best position it's been in ever. But it's the worst I've felt about this game since the first time I played it, where I said, his ass, I never want to see it again. What do you, listen to yourself. Does that mean you'll go back to Rainbow Six? What the hell is wrong with you? Has there been a single data point in the last 4 years of streaming that is like, oh man, I've been meaning to check out Rainbow Six Siege again? What are you talking about? No, we'll just play more Dome Keeper. Yeah, go play some Rainbow Six Siege so we can tell you that on a map you've never played before, the place where you put your castle barricade is considered a C-tier location to place your castle barricade. What is wrong? You've lost your damn mind. You're living in a fantasy land. We don't need game suggestions. We needed game suggestions 3 weeks ago. Now we don't need game suggestions because we got Dome Keeper. We got Sporcle. Hold on. Have you ever considered playing TF2? Listen. Shut the fuck up. You ever considered playing tennis for two on a custom-built console at MIT? That's the size of a classroom. It's been 16 years. Just get over it, okay? It do be popping. Yeah, because all the people who were 10 when it came out are 26. They get home from work, they got nothing to do. They play TF2, okay? I played TF2. TF2, honestly, it went the same way as Rumbleverse for me. At first, I was having a fun time playing the game. This was like 12 years ago now. I would have a fun time playing the game, and then I would get in lobbies with people where we could never stop the cart from being pushed because the people that were on the other team were the greatest gamers I've ever seen in my life. And I said, well, you know what? It's back to the Binding of Isaac. And then I just repeated that for 10 years, essentially. Yell at me if you'd like, but you would like Noida? I'm not yelling at you because you're wrong about Noida. I'm yelling at you because I said I don't want the fucking game suggestions. We're so close to a moment of enlightenment here. Just for that, you're going one-on-one with The Undertaker. Shovel Knight 2 Dig is the suggestion you want. What are you talking? What I want is no suggestions. You're not listening. Your ears are hearing the information, but you're tuning me out and you're just waiting for your turn to talk. You're not communicating effectively. You're just saying, wow, that's crazy. By the way, what do you want for dinner tonight? Ever consider Backpack Hero? Mods, hold me back. Mods? Mods, hold me back. Take away my sword for a second, okay? Do you hear? Hold my sword. I'm on the Discord saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Reconsider. Hold on, I'm checking my unban requests. I forgot about this one. Said something very terrible in chat. And then said, then we're banned. Sorry, I often vent online after a hard day at work. Won't happen again on this channel. Forgive me. Again, I feel like I like Dr. Manhattan. I just want to go live on the moon. What do you mean won't happen again on this channel? You're this close to figuring it out. You had like you were like, I've stewed in the fact that I got punished. I understand my actions were unacceptable. I'm gonna keep doing it, but I understand I can't do it here anymore. No, we don't do on-ban request streams really. I just do them as they come in. Then I have 15 people that are in purgatory. There's some really good on-ban requests. This was, fuck you, I don't want to be on-banned by someone that's such a fascist asshole. I can't say very basic things in chat. Maybe you should get a big group of yes man around you so you never have to feel the sharp edges of the world. You might get hurt outside of your padded cell. That was when we were playing Pokemon Unite. Just in case you were wondering what kind of on-screen content inspired that action. It was the free Nintendo Switch MOBA, Pokemon Unite. That's a legendary one. There's a lot. There's some spicy ones in here. This one's from 2 years ago. Does NL not want to learn? We must have been playing Valorant or something. Does NL not want to learn how to play shooters? You always aim for the head. OMG, you're still going for the body. At Love You NL. I don't know if they thought that that message would find its way to me. You need to do a live video with your wife so we, your loving fans, can tell you how much we love you. Next message 4 minutes later. Love you. Your friends are idiots. Why did you destroy your career? Okay, they've been banned. On ban requests. His friends were telling him how to run his career. NL and his fans know what is best for him. Why did he smash his YouTube playing Slay the Spire? I beat the game on Ascension 20 loads of times. It's his best content. Free the man, power to the people. Okay, sanest chatter. Monkey D. Poopy's been banned? Oh, yeah. I can see why. They asked for my address. They were always towing the line in chat. They're probably back under an alt account if I had to guess. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Those are the craziest ones. I'm not going to unban them. It's unacceptable. Get camera away. Is he reading this chat? You are bad. Are you 32 or 52? I don't know if you're 32 or 52. I don't know if you're 32 or 55. Is he reading chat? What TF is this 3D geometria dash? You are bad. All right, that was my first stream. Come on, I won't talk like that again. Well, I'm waiting for a message from my wife. She's live, okay. First time viewer. Those were all from the same stream. This was me. This was the height of, is June 17th. Is before I even got medicine for my infections. I think you're overreacting. 3 minutes later. I think you're overreacting. It sounds like it's not even as bad as a hangover. Banned. This is when people were posting shit like you look like a ghost. Unban request. I was drunk. That one stays in purgatory. You did look like a ghost. I know! Do you see how insane you have to be to not get your unban request approved? This is where you gotta be. I mean, I can't even read this one. I don't even know what happened. I don't know why this guy accused me of being a police bootlicker. Should I blow a cop before I watch? 18 cops in a row lined up waiting to get their cocks sucked. Fucking mods flicking my ball sack, man. Okay, then the unban request. You are a cop-loving redacted. Bald man gets out of his car to suck a cop off. Amazing. Best performance ever put to screen. Won 2 awards at the AVN Awards. Much love, you fucking freak. Keep up the great work. I don't know if I ever read that one all the way through. Oh, man. Holy cow. I forgot about that one. Was it because I was sucking 18 cops off on stream? Is that what was happening? What happened? That one brought... Would you believe that you gotta be fucked up that your unban request actually untilted me? Like, reading your toxicity is so insane, you brought me back to, like, emotional homeostasis. That's crazy, man. We should get involved.
I'm ready for this.
What a scumbag move. And one more time. Never mind.
Great use of superstar mode.
Splat his ass. Give him one of these. I'm insane. I'm back. We just needed to wait for our moment. Don't forget your dailies. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna forget the dailies. I'm not too worried about it. Why, dude? Honestly, I never thought I'd say this. Go on your phone. Go on Discord. You know what you're doing to your brain? You're like giving yourself adult onset ADHD by just running up there and clicking 24/7. Just go over to the aft side of the ship, okay? Get yourself a couple of moves at a vending machine that's like not as hotly contested, like this one, and then just go hang out. Like just be the DJ.
Are raring to go, and I'm sure our audience at home is just as anxious.
See, that's way better.
But if
You
you're
want to see some
feeling
cool shit? Watch
during
this.
the match, fresh, delicious chicken is yours absolutely free.
I really
If you're
thought that
willing
was
to
gonna
fight
give me
for it,
enough.
It'll perk you right up. Squats, where champions eat.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit you with my vanilla suplex. Thank you. What a play. Put this shit in your pocket. He's insane with it. I'm stupid. I had him on the ropes. He got screwed by tracking. Whatever. Check it out. I got my own. I let him learn a move.
Get ready for a show.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! And then maybe one more. Ooh, and then maybe... Let's land down here. How does that sound? Hey, thanks for the juice. Let me know what heaven's like. You jerk. Just, yeah, I'm gonna... You know what? You think this will hit? Ooh. Ooh. Poggy? Not Poggy. Definitely not Poggy. Decidedly unpogged. I can't believe you tried that shit on me. This shit is this disgusting. Okay, go for a grab or something.
This rumbler's getting serious.
We're clashing. I'm not bombastic. I don't know what I'm thinking. You're gonna elbow drop me? Okay. He's a drop kicker. Have we finally... Are you leaving? You're taking juice? I can drop kick too. I just... Okay, it's a little rude. For your rudeness, you're gonna go toe-to-toe with the Undertaker? He did take my juice, though. That's a lot of damage. I never expected that to land. I expected that to land, though. And I expected that to land. Okay. Oh. You know, try to be a reasonable man. How did my diamond crusher not land? It's a simple question. How did the diamond crusher not land? Because we were on slightly different... Listen, okay? If you can't get the terrain to work right, then this shit should take place inside of an Amazon fulfillment center, okay? It's as simple as that. So I could start climbing the buildings, and then when you get close to like a peaked roof or something like that, it gets all bugged out, and your dude goes. Just stop making. You don't have to make every roof peaked. Some of them could just be like normal roofs. They could just be flat. It's okay.
Rings moving in.
Get some of the geometry out of here. There's too much geometry, man. Your roof saved me, and then we just look for the world's cheekiest elbow drop. Or we just come over here, for example. Life sucks. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, you knew that was coming. That's coming a mile away. That's a lot of damage, sure. Okay, I'm almost dead again. I'm dead. That's unbelievable. They were angry. It's fair enough. I mean, I'm just... it's the same dude that I missed my diamond cutter on when I was right next to him. But his grab got me in the air. Sure, make it make sense. Make it make sense. 6 gamers remain. I think we have to pop super and just relax. Watch for some climbers. Punish them. Oh, man. How are we going to do this? 5 gamers remain. I mean, a vicious missed javelin tackle. David Lang? David, can I speak to you? I see your ass. I see your ass. I got nothing. I have no recourse. I can't even make it back. I DQ'd myself. I came 5th. At least I landed a shot. Okay, give me 5th to 2nd. See, that was a better game. No perks though. We didn't get the perks we needed. Needed some meditate. Okay, that's how that works, and that was frickin' sweet. Chicken. We gotta do better than this. Can you just fight this other individual, please? I'll be picking up wrecked shot. Any dubs so far? Shut the fuck up. No, there have not been any dubs so far, for your information. Uh-oh! How'd you get... Did you borrow your mom's credit card to get that high on the battle pass? Hey, Nell, my back hurts. Any tips? Fucking... get used to it, unfortunately. Did like, oh, no. I didn't feel like I had a choice. I didn't mean to do that one! Please save me! I'm not ready to die. I'm drinking a shake real quick. Better. Whoa! Pog me!
The remaining contestants will now compete in a smaller ring. Which rumblers will prevail?
I think you don't really, like, my experience is depending on, like, what you're doing in your life. There's, like, there's no, like, cure for back pain, but you can trade your back pain around. Like, I used to get really bad pain on my left side under my shoulder blade when my daughter first started to walk, because you're bent over, like, hunched all the time. Then I went to physio. They massaged the knots out. They taught me like some exercises to do. And now that pain is gone. The unfortunate part is that it's been replaced with a pain under my right shoulder blade that is slightly different. And I don't know if I want to pay 90 bucks a session to go back and have them just tell me the same shit. Have you ever considered doing a modified child's pose? Here's a little thread the needle exercise we do. My son was just born. What are some good gamer tags? Incredible question. Nope. Okay, no gamers. That hurt. The Elizabeth Holmes classic, over-reliance on green juice, but didn't hit. It's still doing good stuff, though. It's not doing bad stuff. Wait, you're supposed to dolphin dive when they're on the ground now. Wait, really? So when they're down... you toss them a dolphin dive. That's what off the ground means. I thought it meant when you're on the fucking ground. Okay. David? Okay, honestly, I can't be mad when that just happened to them. They got screwed way more than I got screwed. Oh, fuck. Wow. With sadistic, that would kind of go off. Without sadistic, it used all my stam to accomplish nothing at all. Giant swing. Giant swing. Do you hear that? Golf bag! Place it down nicely. Oh! My driver! Well, that did not work at all. I gave up my incredible spot for nothing. What? Have mercy? My dude can't even stand on. He can't stand on anything. There's 13 people left. Okay. Well, my dude just decided he was out of his give a damn was broken. Osmataz Buckshank.
Ring is shrinking. This means less scenery, but more throwing down.
Worth. Sir, I was leaving. I was in the very process of leaving. Okay, I'm gonna build Stam, and I'm gonna go up to the top. I see that you've been foiled by the same thing I was foiled by. Yep, here we go. Okay, the building is not climbable. I've fallen directly into a one-of-one weapon that then broke. I guess we're fighting in the damn... We'll get in the damn mix. Let's get... Time to get elbow dropped out of nowhere. I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take that. What the hell is this book? Swing me. Swing me? Don't you fucking do it. I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. What? I gotta dolphin dive him into the water somehow. This building is somehow still safe. Someone threw a damn juice at me. A little insulting, honestly, but that's what life's like. Nice try. Nice try. Unbothered, living in the moment. King of the castle. It's a very good time to be the king of the castle. 6 gamers remain. Circle comes in. They're never going to expect these elbow drops. You just got to land them right. And you don't elbow drop out of the meditate. You have to get positioned right first. I can't resist. It did nothing. What was that move? Good start. Immediately stand break yourself. You know what I'll do? Pop super for no reason. Then get on your ass. I'm dropping your ass over here. Big plays, though. Big plays. Then we'll try to climb. Please. This was the only place we could successfully climb earlier. Oh! Just vault it! Turn it into an elbow drop at the last second. Okay. It's another dolphin dive. Double dolphin dive can knock people into the water? Holy cow. I can't imagine that it works, but imagine if it did. Doesn't seem like it should work, but I wasn't as sold on the sumo clap to begin with. What's wrong with the building, man? It works! I panicked. You just gotta do it in the right direction. 4 gamers. That was Q and E. I don't know. You might be able to do it with QQ for all I know. It whiffed. Oh! Okay, when it lands, that's fucking sweet. That's very funny. Get me out of here. Let's go!
Contestants grow smaller. 8.
Where you at? I didn't have any more stam. You know what?
Your hat. They're going in. 9. 8.
Oh!
7. 6. 5. 4.
Okay, fair. Fair. I tried to take the DQ.
3. 2. 1.
Climb me. I'm dead.
1. Oh yeah. You gotta watch out.
Good. Very, very good game. But man, oh, that, I felt like that was the closest we've come to a win in a long time. The double dolphin dive was sick too. Okay, we came second in that one. I am feeling it again after that one. Insane. I'm stupid. Why am I fighting somebody that has a super? Oh, because I have a super. Okay, that's not a bot. He's playing Ring Around the Damn Rosie. This is not a bot lobby. What? Get his ass. Get his ass. And then bounce him twice. Because no, bounce him 0 times is what I meant to say. I don't have bombastic. It's perfect. The elbow drop. Ooh. Okay, you know what? You better run. That was good. That was a good fight. Let's go get some loot. We got some perks. Let's get some damn loot. Man's username has all of his personal info in it. Dude, it always... I feel like that the same way when I play someone in Super Auto Pets and their username is like their full email address. It's like, what year do you think it is? This isn't like 1996. You shouldn't just be giving people your email address willy-nilly. I don't know if we're going to be uppercutting anyone into the water, but... Ooh! We're certainly going to try. My kill.
That is indeed a fair elimination.
Oh, I tried to pop suit. I thought I had it all planned out.
All right, let's go.
Honestly, sick move. I gotta hand it to you. Are we doing this? You just stall on my ass? Okay, you know what you're doing. I don't need to fight you. We could do something more valuable with our super, like get a chicken. Land me. Land me. I'm spamming. David, can I get a confirmation of what the fact just happened there? I believe my super was interrupted by... Never mind, I'm amazing. I believe my super was interrupted by a thrown book. This is not where you want to be. At this stage of the game, with this unique perk composition, this is not where you want to be.
9.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.